I am Claire de Vera. All throughout my early years, my parents encouraged me to be involved in church activities. I was part of Next Gen, then eventually joined J-Zone, which is now called Elevate. However, at a young age, I got into different relationships which damaged and broke my heart. To cope up with all of the pain, I drowned myself in the things of this world. Every night after work, I would go out to drink, party with friends, and date men here and there. After many years of this kind of lifestyle, I completely lost my identity. I grew tired and weary, and I looked at myself with disgust. Since God is in the business of changing His people, He did what He had to do to change me. God's hand was heavy upon me. I lost my job due to bad conduct of coming to work intoxicated. My so-called friends turned against me, and I had a terrible relationship with my parents, which led me to leave our home. I was forcibly isolated from the world, and that is when I decided in June 2016 to attend a True Life retreat. During that time, I was reminded of God's redemption and unfailing love. It's like I have been reintroduced to Him again, even though I've known Him all my life. I realized that I've let this world take me from my Heavenly Father. He watched over me and He kept calling my name, asking me to come back to Him, and so I did. I surrendered my life to Jesus once again. And as time went by, I got to know the Lord better through my discipleship group and my then boyfriend, now husband, Paul, who helped strengthen my faith and knowledge about who God is. Just when I thought life was going to be smooth sailing now that I surrendered my life to Jesus again, I encountered another painful chapter of my life. In January 2017, I had a very bad fight with Paul, who was going through depression that time, which triggered and led him to commit suicide. Upon hearing the news, I was devastated. I got so angry at God and blamed myself for what happened. In my confusion, I kept asking God why. How could He allow such a thing to happen? I was so close to giving up on Christianity, wanting to go back to my old ways, thinking that this Christian life is no different from the life of sin, because both lives will cause me pain either way. But God is faithful. He did not let me go. Even though Paul was the one on the hospital bed, this was God's way of performing a heart surgery on me too. It was through this experience that God revealed to me that it is not what I do for Him that will save me or give me that perfect life, but rather it was His grace, forgiveness, and unfailing love. And because of this, I emptied myself. I held on to God so tight. And with prayer and fasting, I had one request. I told God, God, no matter what happens, let me fix my eyes on You. No matter how hard, no matter how painful, stretch my faith and let me encounter You. It was at this moment when I understood the truth that God is Lord of all. After this personal encounter with my Heavenly Father, He performed a miracle by reviving and healing Paul. We went through a season of discipline where God immensely humbled the both of us. By His grace, He allowed us to start anew, and this time with Him being at the center of not just our individual lives, but also our relationship. Fast forward to 4 years of pruning and humbling moments, we got married in 2021. Today, God is using me, a broken vessel, to disciple and mentor ladies whom God entrusted to me. I serve God alongside my husband and now live a life committed, serving the one true King and my one true love, Jesus Christ. To God be all the glory.